Welcome, everyone, to the Bob and John Sports Hour. And on today's show, Tom Brady keeping the fires burning between the Pats and Raiders fans with the Tuck Rule comment on TikTok. That was hilarious. Chris Woodward takes a shot at Yankee ballparks, calling it a Little League ballpark. MLB Power Rankings, Week 4. Bob is going to be gloating. And NASCAR, little bump gets you a win. I love it. Just a little bump, Bob. It's just a little bump.
Little bump.
Yeah, right. Took he took half his fucking car off. That little bump. So let's say hello to our host, a man who could not only tell you the temperature of Game 6 in 1968's World Series, but also the starting lineups for both teams and what they had for breakfast, Mr. Bob Sharp.
Well, as I read, because I was too young to remember, the St. Louis Cardinals, we're going with eggs Benedict and a side of bacon, and the Detroit Tigers, they just manned up and had pancakes. They didn't care about pancakes slowing them down. They, great matchup between Bob Gibson and then Denny McClain, and Norm Cash came through like a hero.
Yeah, see, I knew you would know it all. I knew it. And you're talking Detroit. They had a man's breakfast, Bob. Come on. They had sausage, eggs, pancakes.
No, that's pancakes.
They had pancakes. Andre will be jumping in. I just got a word here. He just stepped into the house, so Maureen will get him set up, and he'll be on here. And I'll give him his proper introduction when he gets here.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. No. I actually was watching the NASCAR race today, or yesterday, because my cousin Steve's a NASCAR fan, and we were at his house. So it was on there, and yeah, a little bump. I don't think so, Bob. That was a serious bump. Dude.
No, that was a little bump. That's, I went back in because I had to work yesterday. I went back and we'll wait for Andre to be introduced.
Yeah, and joining us today as well. Where is his thing? Oh, here it is. And joining us tonight is a man that was so cocky during the first Olympic Games back in 684 BC, walking up to Zeus after Zeus threw the first lightning bolt to start the game and said, "You call yourself a god? Really? One lousy lightning bolt? That's the best you got? Come on, I seen Jesus walk on water." Mr. Andre Sala.
And believe it or not, when Zeus threw that lightning bolt, I caught it with my teeth, broke it in half, and planted it on the ground, and that's why we have electricity now.
Yeah, that's it. You're the reason. You're the reason we have electricity today. Oh man.
That's awesome.
I can see Andre. You call yourself a god? I seen Jesus walk on water, man.
I made Jesus walk on water. I forced him to.
You held the basket that had the one fish and one loaf of bread.
And 5 loaves of bread, exactly. And I ate half of them first.
I'm kind of thinking that Jesus didn't want to walk on water. Andre just kind of pushed him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
He pushed
Andre's behind him going, "I'm going to make you a legend, kid. I'm going to make you a legend. Here, me push you."
Do it. I'll make it. Besides, don't worry. You got floaties under your feet, so you're okay.
I'm sure he was. He was like a promoter back then for Jesus. He probably told Jesus, "Wait, let's get a few more people here so they make sure that it gets documented."
Yeah, stick with me, kid. I'll make you a winner.
When Jesus rose from the dead, he actually wasn't dead. I just gave him a little bit of sleeping pill.
You're starting all kinds of trouble today, Andre.
Me? Who brought the subject up?
Oh, man. Oh.
I gave him some sleeping pills, and then he finally woke up after 3 days and walked away.
Yeah,
where he was.
Let me get... hold on. Let me make sure I get that. I want to make sure I got my videos ready to share here before we jump into it.
New trend alert. Tell me something.
All right. Let me make sure that's back to there. All right, guys. We were gonna start with NASCAR. today, but we'll wait. We'll hold that back. We'll hold back on the NASCAR. Let's just jump right into this. I don't know if you. Well, Bob, you're on TikTok. I know Andre doesn't use TikTok.
I don't TikTok.
You don't TikTok either. Well, this came up and it was hilarious. I'm going to go ahead and play it real quick here.
New trend alert. Tell me something honest.
Tuck rule game against the Raiders. Might have been a fumble.
Did you hear what he said, Andre?
No.
All
I
right.
don't even know who the guy is.
That was Tom Brady, and the question was, tell me something honest. And Brady responded by saying it could have been a fumble, and he was talking about the
Tuck rule.
the Tuck rule. And I'll go ahead and play that, and we're gonna dissect this real quick.
Lost the football. It's on the ground, covered by the Raiders.
Quarterback's arm was going forward. It is an incomplete pass.
Well, there's no doubt his arm was going forward.
Sure. But he had held up.
I think it's safe to
Right,
say
he stopped.
this will be talked about quite a bit.
You think? This is the
Yeah, that's a fumble.
It was a fumble. You could see that he was tucking the ball in
Yeah.
so that he could reload and throw it someplace else again.
Yeah, of course he was just joking around in the video, but it was just the way he did that video, and I'm not saying that people have forgotten that, but he just kind of relit that fire again, and it was just funny to see. When I saw it, I was just like, I know he's joking around, it's TikTok and all, but I mean, come on, really? It's 2022 and you're going to bring that back up and just, I mean, let's set that to the side. Do you think if the Raiders win that game, do the Raiders win the Super Bowl?
No.
No.
I forgot who they were playing against.
The Rams.
Rams.
Oh. The Rams had, what's his name as his quarterback, right? The
Kurt
grocery
Warner.
boy.
Kurt Warner.
Yeah.
The greatest show on turf.
They did have a good receiving core. They did. And he was a pretty good passer.
I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I would have rather have faced the Raiders in the Super Bowl because I think there was a good chance that there was no way that the Raiders were going to beat the Rams, but with Brady and that Patriots team, and I know Bob's going to bring up the cheating and all that other stuff, but
Fuck yeah, I am. Especially when the coach who filmed it admitted that they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what cracks me up is that they know he cheated, they know it, but yet they didn't do nothing about it.
They got rid of some draft picks.
Yeah.
Well,
but
they fined Belichick $1 million and they made him lose a season.
Yeah.
But that's all. Yeah, and they lost some draft picks. But that's all the NFL did to Bill Belichick because they also because he also videotaped when they played the Eagles and when they played the Panthers.
Yeah.
It's like Draymond Green, right? He got fined 25. I believe it was him.
Yeah.
He got fined $25,000 for getting evicted from the game for that double technical whatever it was. And I think it was him that said it. So I got fined $25,000. Who cares?
Yeah.
I make $25 million. What's $25,000? Well, that's the same thing with Belichick. He's making 10, 15 million. Yeah, well, what's $1 million? And what's a few draft choices? It ain't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the way to really stop this stuff is to strip them of the championship trophy.
They're not going to do that.
I know they're not, but that's the way you really stop it.
Yeah.
Because now the players are thinking, hey, if I got a chance to get a trophy, I'm not going to do nothing bad to lose this trophy. This is a once-in-a-lifetime situation.
Yeah.
And that's the way to stop it.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't been very strict. They haven't been very strict with rule breakings as far as, games concerning, I mean, even with the situation, Bob, with the Saints and the coach with paying the players to hurt other players.
Oh, Greg Williams.
Yeah, he put a bounty out on quarterbacks and certain certain players. Come on. I mean, you really got to do that to win?
Yeah, you shouldn't even have to do that. Paycheck that they receive already should be enough to incentive to fucking want to get the quarterback. I mean, what did he end up getting? That guy, I think he got suspended for a year, right?
Greg Williams got suspended. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a pretty stiff fine. I mean, that's pretty much the NFL saying, "Hey, if this continues happening, this is what's going to happen." I mean, that's enough to deter someone not to want to do it again.
But obviously,
you know how
it
you
didn't
stop it,
because
though?
What's that, Bob?
You know how you stop it?
Yeah,
Kick him out of the game forever.
Forever. Yeah,
that's a good one. That
Yeah.
is.
yeah.
Because it obviously didn't stop anybody. Belichick got caught 3 times.
And then they
get caught
the Bengals. The Bengals walked through, and the Bengals sucked. The Bengals were in last place, and they're videotaping the Bengals pregame. What the? Are you that much of an incompetent? I want my team to win so bad that you're gonna. The Bengals were in last fucking place.
Right. And I think, didn't he also do something like that on the preseason game?
Hey, Bob, you never know, man. You never know, Bob.
Yeah. I thought he did it also on the preseason game, besides the league games.
Yeah, he might have done that, but when they were playing the Bengals were like 2-12. Why do you want to videotape the Bengals? You're gonna beat them anyway.
Hey, that's the old saying, Bob. What's the old saying, though, Bob? At any given day. Any given day.
No. The old saying is, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Right.
No. Whoever said that, don't encourage them. Don't encourage those two. I mean,
yeah. Want to tackle you like Lawrence Taylor tackled Joe Theismann?
Yeah, no, we don't need to do that.
Or the way Burt Reynolds, was it Burt Reynolds, I think, sacked Montana and broke a couple of his ribs and dislocated his back.
Yeah. I mean, I know he's joking around with the video, but do you think the NFL sees that as a slap in the face as well?
You know what? It could, but it's like 20-something years later. It's probably all in fun.
Yeah.
And because there's always a debate. That was a fumble. No, the tuck rule. I think he's just having fun saying, yeah, that might have been a fumble, but there's nothing you can do about it now.
Right. Yeah. 20 years later. I mean, if you would have did it that minute or the week later, maybe, or the couple of days later,
it would have been riots in Oakland or wherever they were at that time. Where were they in Oakland?
They were in Oakland.
Yeah, they were in Oakland.
Just like the Raiders at the same time with Pittsburgh with the Hail Mary catch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someday someone's going to come out and say.
Someday it's hopefully before they're all dead.
Someone's going to come out and say, "Oh yeah, that was an incomplete pass. It did hit the ground."
Well, the only person who was close enough to see it is Franco Harris because he caught the ball. Yeah. Did it hit the ground first, Franco, or did you catch it?
I caught it. I know nothing. I know nothing.
Yeah. He's doing it.
You know what's kind of funny though is, like, for instance, the Raiders on that tuck rule.
Yeah.
After that game and that tuck rule, they were horrible for about 10 or 15 years.
Yeah.
They didn't come out of that situation, and start to become a better team.
Yeah.
It's just
Actually, they lost the Super Bowl the next year to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, to Tampa, the blowout. Really? Yeah, they got the blowout. Yeah, Tampa. Yeah, that's when Gruden switched sides. and took the playbook with him.
The stupid coach is running the same play that Gruden was practicing all the time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It was the following year then. Okay, I thought it was.
Yeah, it was fun to read the comments on that on that thread in TikTok from people, like even Patriots fans knew this, and then that was a lot of comments. Even Patriots fans knew this, or there was a couple that were like, oh, okay, finally Tom Brady's having some fun. And I think that's what it is. It's Tom Brady's finally having some fun. He's his career's almost over. Who knows what's going to happen? Does he stay another year in Tampa? I mean, all that stuff. I think he's just having fun with it. But dude, if I were a Raider fan and to see, I mean, some of the comments from some of the Raiders fans were hilarious on there, But it was.
What's funny is like Tom Brady doesn't look like Tom Brady anymore.
He got lots of loving.
He looks skinny and it's like he doesn't have like any cheeks anymore.
Yeah.
It's like you're seeing the inside of his bones or something. It's time for him.
You're jealous. You're jealous. You're jealous of his physique and weight loss. and Andre, he does have the wife at home.
Yes. It's just amazing. If I wouldn't have recognized the voice, I wouldn't have known that was Tom Brady.
Yeah. Well, let's jump into the next one here. Chris Woodward takes a shot at Yankee Ballpark. Yeah, Yankee manager Aaron Boone was asked about the comment and had a pretty funny answer. If Torrey's fly ball would have been hit out in 29 of the 30 ballparks, it would have been an out, 96.67%. It was clocked at 3. It's still. Am I wrong? 342 is still a pretty far distance.
All right, where did he hit the home run at?
He hit it over to right field. Right, that's the shortest part of the park.
Was it down the line or was it in, like right center?
I thought
it was right center, right? It was 342, and I know the shortest distance.
If it's 342 and it's right center, that's a small ballpark.
Yeah. Well, obviously it's only two other parks that are smaller. There's only two parks. Them and another one, I think.
I thought left field was the shortest distance. If you're a batter, right? You're batting right-handed. That will be left field.
No, not in Yankee Stadium. It's not. In a Yankee Stadium, they got that short porch in right field.
Yeah, a short porch in right.
That's why they always load up on left-handed power hitters. Okay. You got a very short porch in right field.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. Maybe that number just seems really, really big to me. But it just 342 seems like it's still a good bar distance. I mean, I don't think the average Joe can hit 342.
Well. Do you know what ballpark has the longest distance to the foul poles down the line?
Houston, right?
The longest distance. Huh?
Houston, right?
I'm going to say Oracle. I'm going to say Oracle.
Wrigley Field. Wrigley Field is 340 down the line to left, and it's like 332 down the right field line.
Because I know
shortest distance. You said.
I know. I just said who has the longest.
Oh, longest, yeah.
No, Boston has the shortest to the right to right field with the Eddie Stanky pole is only 299 feet.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, that's short. Short.
I knew for a while the new ballpark for the Giants, Oracle. I think now it's called Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time, that was like one of the worst parks for hitters to come and bat and try hit home runs. That's why a lot of home run hitters didn't want to come and play for the Giants. But now I think in center field a little bit.
Yep, they moved in center field.
They moved it in a little bit, so now it's easier to hit home runs. Otherwise,
Well, they had to move in center field so they could put the bullpens out in the outfield because they used to have the bullpens down the lines. But they wanted everybody in baseball had to move their bullpens.
Yeah. And you hit a home run as a Oracle, it ends up either a double or if you're lucky a triple.
Triple Valley.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Small ballpark, that's a easy out in 99% of ballparks. So just happen to hit it in a Little League ballpark.
In a Little League ballpark.
99% is impossible. There's only 30 parks.
Both teams play in the same ballpark and it's the same dimension.
It's got a point there.
Good to hit walk-off homer in the Little League ballpark, and I mean, happy to win the first game.
Well,
he's got a point there.
What was his point?
Both teams playing in the same park, so they have they have the same opportunity.
Yes,
Yeah,
they have.
They have the same.
Here's my point: is if you don't want him to hit it, strike him out.
Strike him out. That's it. Walk him. It's even better. Just walk him.
Yeah,
that would have. Yeah, that because
he has a point. I mean, both teams were playing in the same ballpark.
Yeah,
and today's day and age, the way the pitchers are pitching the ball, instead, like in the old days, they were pitching maybe 87 or 90 was the top speed.
Yeah.
Now top speed is 102, 101, and which generates so much power that if you make contact with the bat with that ball, 90. Well, I shouldn't say 90, but a lot more. Most out of not, if you hit the ball right, that ball's gone.
Yeah, if you hit it solid, you're. I mean, you're right too, because you also think about it. You're in the later innings, bottom of the innings, so usually you got a closer coming in, and 95% of those closers are throwing over 100. I mean, and it's not just fastballs, man. I mean, they're throwing 95 mile an hour splitter, dude. I'm like, fuck you. You can hit. I mean, yeah, those, it just, I didn't realize that was that short out in that part of it. But then again, my mind is seeing 342 and thinking that's pretty far.
Well, yeah, but if that's if you're going to the power alley and it's 342, that's short.
Yeah.
Because I know that the Dodger Stadium in the power alleys in right center and left center is about 380 because center field is 407.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about? I mean, I know it's not physically possible because of the way some stadiums are designed, but just a set standard all across the board for all 30 teams.
Personally, that's the way I thought it was. I know it's not, but I always thought every field should be from home plate to center field should be this distance. From home plate to right and left field should be this distance. And I thought it was a standard thing, but obviously it isn't. And I don't understand why they don't make it standard.
Yeah. Well, it's like Bob made a perfect point. You got that short field on that side, then why not just load up on quality left-handed hitters, But then again, you got to remember you play at other places too, so.
I mean, football is, football, every field looks the same. Okay? Yeah. Basketball, every court is the same distance all the way around. Hockey is the same thing. The good thing about baseball is every park is unique and different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So why be cookie cutter there too? Come on now. I mean, back in the day, the Polo Grounds, you had to be a man to hit a home run out of the Polo Grounds because center field was like 440 feet away.
Yeah.
But the deal is every ballpark is unique, so they try to get players that fits that concept.
Yeah. Well, I mean, can they change it yearly? I mean, say tomorrow morning the Giants say, you know what? Well, they can't really do it. Let's take the Giants Stadium out of it because of the way it's designed. But let's try another stadium. I mean, could they just say tomorrow or next season, left field power alley is going to be, instead of 340, we're going to push it back to 375. I mean, nobody's gonna give them shit for it, right? They're just going.
I mean, it just all depends on how much construction you got to do to move the seats and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I know that the Dodgers have like a 10-foot gap between the stands and the fence if they want to adjust it. Yeah. Now, the Giants in the offseason brought center field closer in. Well, because they had to put the bullpens out in the outfield now instead of on the side. Yeah. But also it benefits because now the hitters don't have to man up to go straight center. But again, if I was the Giants and if I was a left-handed hitter, I would come to the Giants because I'd be swinging for the ocean, man.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I mean, I know I would be if I could hit there. If I knew that it's that short of a distance. I mean, I get what you're saying. The historians, again, baseball historians are the freaking worst. They don't want change. I just think
they don't want change. We don't
I
want
just think
stupid things for stupid people who can't
Yeah.
grasp the concept of what the game is all about.
Yeah, I know. I just think it would make sense if it was just one standard. It's 440 in the middle, 380 on both ends. End of story. Same size every stadium.
And
I
then
mean, you
there's no
go.
such,
Yeah, go ahead, Andre.
and then there's no such thing of well, in this ballpark, little
Yeah.
Pee-wee's got to play. They
Yeah.
can play. In this ballpark, you need a cannon to hit a home run.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be controversy. And there wouldn't be things. It would be one smooth game, and nobody can complain.
Yeah, get
Whether
rid of the
you
home
hit the
plate
home
umpire. Put a computer back there.
Even when they opened up AT&T in San Francisco, there was no controversy. Okay,
Yeah.
there wasn't. The center field is deep, so you had triples alley. If you're a hitter,
Yeah.
like I forget what hitter it was back in the day. It says how do you get on base so often? He goes, I hit him where there ain't.
Yeah.
You know,
Hit them where there ain't.
hit them where they're not. You don't always have to hit a home run.
Yep.
But you can. I mean, there's a lot more room with a bigger outfield. Just hit them where they're not. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Triples alley. Hit it there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
But it's
San
hard.
Francisco was definitely a pitcher's ballpark. Pitchers
Yes.
love to pitch there because they weren't going to give up a little league pop fly as a home run
Yeah.
like they would in Fenway Park.
Yeah.
It is kind of hard, though, to try and hit it to triples alley or to triple to right field where there's nobody there. I mean, it is hard because that's what the guys are there for. So if you do hit it to triples alley, you're lucky because, well, you're lucky in a sense because you were able to hit it where there's nobody there and it's a long distance for them to run. But at the same time, you're unlucky because in Houston that could have been a home run.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but you also got to keep in mind the pitchers know that that's where you want to hit. So
Right.
you're going to get lucky. The only way you're getting lucky is 95% of the time is if the pitcher misses his mark, and then you get a hit.
Okay.
But
Here's my argument for why you want unique ballparks. Okay, and I'll take AT&T, Oracle, whatever you call it today. Okay, that park was perfect for the staff that they built around it. They had great pitchers. They won 3 World Series in that ballpark. Why would you want to change it to make it cookie cutter like every other ballpark? Because then you take away your advantage of your pitching staff.
yeah, no, that's why that's why I was wondering, could teams make that change depending on their staff? I mean, I was just wondering if the league would say, hey, you can't do that. That's the park dimension.
here's another argument, though. You can't keep the same pitches for the rest of your life.
No, that's what I'm saying. Can you change the park?
But
eventually, those pitchers are going to say, "Well, I want $35 million. You're not paying
that's
me. Okay, I'm
different,
going
okay?
over there."
But I'm sorry, okay? But if I'm Madison Bumgarner, okay, I would have stayed with the Giants because he went to Arizona for $18 million a year.
Yeah.
I think the Giants offered him $16.5. Okay,
Yeah.
He went for $18 million.
Yeah.
And he flopped.
You don't even hear from Madison Bumgarner anymore.
Nope.
He flopped.
Except for him getting tossed out of the game the other day. He hasn't done jack in Arizona.
But is he still in Arizona? I thought they traded him.
No, he's still there.
He's still in Arizona?
Yeah.
He got kicked out of the game last week.
Yeah, he's still there.
The umpire's fault.
Oh, really? Yeah, he's ever since he left the Giants, he's flopped.
He went to a bad baseball team. He went to Arizona.
Right.
They got no hitting. They suck.
Yeah, they got no hitting until they.
I would have stayed, but if I'm the Giants, when I'm drafting pitchers to go through the minors who are in the same mold as Bumgarner, Lincecum, the other dude, Matt. What's his name?
Kane.
Matt Kane. Okay.
Matt Kane
I'm looking at those guys who throw like down and in, throw fastballs low because I want ground balls. I don't want a lot of balls in the air because even if you get balls in the air, San Francisco's not a great home run ballpark. That's the kind of pitching I'm looking for.
Yeah.
You're right. And lately they haven't had that kind of pitching. I mean, they've had good.
The pitching's fine.
Right, the pitching's
the guy's
good.
hitting the ball.
Right, the pitching's good, but it's just not dominant.
Right,
the way it was with Lincecum and Kane and Bumgarner. It's just not that. And
Zito.
Zito did really good though in that World Series.
Yeah, he did.
They held him out of one. But then I think the last one,
he took that last bit of money, Andre. You know it. Come on, he took that last big payday.
I would too, and then say goodbye. I got $50 million. Who cares?
But you know what though? I mean, I'm not going to argue with you, but if the pitching's so bad, how did they win 106 games last year?
Oh, I know. That's true. I agree. It's just not, to me, it's good pitching, but it's just not dominant the way it was.
Just say it, Andre. It's not World Series caliber.
You had better hitters.
Oh, I could say it that way.
You had better hitters.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right. And they've had better hitting this time, and they got fortunate in a lot of those one-run games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Instead of losing those one-run games, they won like 35 of them, I think it was.
Yeah.
32. That's got to be a little bit of luck to win that many one-run games.
That's just them playing smart baseball and playing, I forget what they call it, but stages. It's, play to get to first, play to get to second, play to get to third, play to get to home. I mean, move the runner.
Bring him in.
Yeah, advance the runner,
But
get a run.
Is you're playing the game to the standards of what your ballpark is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you've got a deep right center or left center field, you pitch a guy to where if he's a pull hitter, you keep throwing him high, so thinks he's gonna jack it out, but it's not gonna go out because the fences are too long.
Yeah,
but that's where you feed the guy. That's where you pitch the guy.
Yeah.
Keep pitching him there. Because he's gonna keep trying to hit a home run, and all it's gonna be is a pop up.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. You gotta. Before we get into MLB Power Rankings of Week 4, Andre, let's give it to Bob in the sweep.
Yeah, I ain't giving him nothing. He's getting the
It's not a sweep. It's only 2 games. Okay.
Well, it's a sweep. It's pretty much a sweep.
No, he gets the middle of the.
If you see the scores, if you remember the scores, it's pretty much a sweep.
Well, one was.
Also, okay, I'm not going to make a big deal out of it because they had 5 guys on the COVID list. No Tommy LaStella, no Belt, no Yastrzemski. I mean, it was they beat them 2 games in a row. I'm not excited yet. Okay,
not yet.
I can understand.
They beat the Giants, big deal, but at the time, Oakland A's beat the Giants.
I can understand these ball players when they're so confined to you're traveling with the team. We're all going to stay at this hotel.
Yeah.
We're all going to do this. And yet you still get COVID. I just can't figure that out.
You still got to remember you're around team players, you're around family, your kids are going to school, the wife's shopping. Your limo driver may have contacted it.
when you're on the road, you're not coming in contact with those people.
Well, you're coming in contact with everybody that works at the airline, that works on the private jet that you're flying around in. The guy handling your baggage, the guy at the hotel that's cleaning your room. I mean, you come in, you'd be surprised.
You do. I agree.
Yeah.
But aren't you wearing masks though?
No, these guys aren't.
To wear a mask when you're traveling?
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, it comes down to
all those restrictions.
Your
Not
hands.
anymore.
It comes down to your hands.
Restrictions back.
Yeah, it comes down to your hands, dude. It's what you're doing with your fucking hands. If you're touching your face and your eyes and your nose, you're still picking your nose when you're fucking 35 years old, you got issues. Keep your fucking hands away from your face. That's it.
Well,
I mean, you're touching
Andre,
stuff.
Here it is, Andre. All the ball players need to be Italian, all right? Because you're so busy talking with your hands, you don't have time to touch anything. Okay?
Yeah, you don't have time to
When we're talking like this,
you don't have time to touch anything, okay?
When we're talking with our hands, we're shaking the...
You're shaking the COVID off. You're shaking the COVID off. Oh,
Everybody should take a lesson from the Italians.
yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
Talk with your hands. You don't have time to touch stuff.
Yeah, you don't have time to touch stuff, man. Well, of course, the number one team in the power rankings are the Yankees. The Yankees going from fifth to first, of course, 18-7. They started out 5-5, but it looks like a whole different other team playing right now. Man.
Nice. They won what, 12 and 14 in a row? I think they won something like 14 in a row.
Yeah, they're on fire. They're on fire.
No, I think they won like 4. They ran like 14-2 or something like that.
Yeah.
But also look and see who they're playing too. They played the Twins. They played the Orioles. They played the Rangers. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, speaking like a true Dodger fan up there.
No. I mean, trust me.
Yeah. No, it's the quality you're playing. Yeah.
I'm not going to give the Dodgers props for beating an undermanned Giants team or sweeping the Cubs. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they should, because those teams aren't very good right now.
Yeah. Number 2, going from 1 to 2, the Dodgers with a 16 and their record. This is I don't know what their record is now, but it's got it listed
at
16
and
it got it 6. Yeah, they got 16-7 here. The Dodgers have been right up there with the Mets as the best team in the National League through the first 4 weeks, and it seems as if they haven't hit their stride yet. Mookie Betts beats Turner, Justin, and Max. I don't know, Muncy. Is that how you say his name?
Muncy. They're all. Although Betts is starting to hit the ball better, Max is only hitting like 115. I don't know when they're going to pull the trigger and bench him for a while and put in somebody better. And Justin Turner hasn't hit a stride yet, but every game it seems that there's 2 guys who can hit, and the other 7 struggle, but it's those 2 guys who carry them for that game.
Yeah.
And they should. They got a loaded lineup that everybody should be hitting.
They got a $282 million salary.
You know what's going to be good though is that they're going to hit their stride in the middle, and then to come to playoffs, they're going to be so worn out and tired. All these guys are going to go 0 for 15.
Not this year.
And the Giants sneak in there and take first place again.
Not this year.
Right, Andre? Yeah, right around August, into August. Yeah.
Come September, they're going to be so worn out.
Yeah.
The bat's going to look so heavy. They're going to feel so heavy.
Said by every Giants fan.
Keep wishing, brother. Keep wishing.
Hey, I lit a candle.
Yeah, I lit a candle yesterday at church for the Giants. So.
I can see it now. You light a candle. That's the Dodgers' son.
We light candles,
Holy Father.
God, I know you're a Dodger fan.
I know. I know. Tom.
I know you're a Giants fan, but up in heaven, Tommy Lasorda's going, God, remember, we're blue guys.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Exactly. I'm lighting a candle. I'm saying, I know Tommy's standing right next to you right now, but.
And Tommy's saying, hey, you want that bottle of wine, you better make it win. Otherwise, no vino for you.
Yeah, Tommy's like, forget about it, God. I know Frank, right?
Yeah.
Frank might have to call some boys.
you get Frank involved. Frank's in the back. Yeah, I know. Frank's in the back part of heaven, hidden away from God. Number 3, the New York Mets with an 18-9 record, but it's probably higher than that, going from 4 to 3. So they made a move up.
Their payroll is higher than ours.
Yeah, it is. That's what I was just going to say. They got a hefty friggin' playoff pay rate. Payroll. Jeff McKinley hitting 337. There's no room for second base. Somebody might. They 28 for 26. The Mets designated. Who's that? Robinson Cano?
Cano. They just
Cano.
Yeah. Oh, Canelo.
Robinson Cano. Yeah, they just plus they have to eat $28 million of his salary.
Yeah, 8 for 4 at 41 with a 9.5.
He's available second base.
Yeah.
I just saw his name on the news, about how good he's been hitting lately.
Well, the Giants could give Robinson Cano the league minimum because the Mets are paying him $28 million. I think he'd be an added benefit to the Giants.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. For sure, he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, might as
No.
well come. No, you don't think
Robinson
so?
Cano's not going to the Hall of Fame.
Who, Canelo, you think is a Hall of Famer?
Robinson Cano, he's not a Hall of
Yeah,
Fame.
I mean, he's close to 3,000. He's got to be
No,
close
he's
to
not.
3,000.
How many hits does he have?
I don't know.
Here.
Yeah,
you
no.
got
Oh, no.
Check it out.
He's got to be close to 3,000.
No, not Robinson Cano.
I could be wrong, but I have a feeling he's one of those guys that I remember that's pretty close to that 3,000.
All right,
To be
we're gonna get
honest,
his stats here.
I just heard of his name last week when he was on the news for how good he's been hit.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I never.
Oh
heard
wow!
of him.
You know what, John? You are right. He's got more.
Hold
hits.
on.
He's got 2,600 hits, and he's career 302. The Giants need to sign him and put him in second base.
Yeah. Well, actually, now that I think about it, he was involved with the PED thing, right?
Yeah.
So that might keep him out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that might not.
What was okay? Bring me up to date. What was he involved with?
It's steroids.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, for me, if he's on,
I forget what
steroids-
does PED stand for. I forget. I remember it stood for something.
Performance.
Yeah, performance enhanced drugs. There you go. Duh, John.
If he's involved with something like that, as
Yeah,
far as
that
I'm
might
concerned,
be the only reason that keeps him out. But
he
yeah,
should make the.
Giants. I don't know how the Giants are holding the fourth place. I really don't know how.
Giants are the fourth ranked fourth
in the power rankings for Week 4. Yeah, I don't know how. I don't think that's. I mean, they're on a.
Once they get back like Brandon Belt, Tommy LaStella.
Maybe that's what they're looking at. Yeah.
Well, you know, I think he's back because I saw the Giants play St. Louis.
Yastrzemski's back.
Yeah.
Right. I think they were both back because I could have sworn I saw them both in the lineup, and Belt went something like 0 for 1 with 3 walks.
Yeah.
And Yastrzemski, I'm not sure if he hit a
home run on Saturday.
He hit like
Saturday.
a home run. And that's the game that I think that the Giants just walloped them.
Yeah, then the Giants beat them yesterday 4-3.
Yeah, thank God. What did they put? They're playing the Cardinals now, right? This week.
Yes. Cardinals are good. They're done with the Cardinals. The Rockies.
Yeah. Number 5 is the Brewers. Milwaukee Brewers in there from 10 to 5. So the Brewers looking hot. Any thoughts on the Brewers, Bob?
The Brewers will only go as far as their starting pitching, but they are starting to get healthier.
Yeah.
Because they got Lorenzo Cain back. Rowdy Tellez is having a great year. And as long as Christian Yelich can stay healthy, they'll be a force to be reckoned with. Do I think they can win the World Series? Absolutely not.
No.
That guy Christian Yelich is still playing though.
He's still playing. Hey, baseball's one of those. Let's be honest. Baseball really. I mean, if you stay pretty healthy, you could play into your mid-40s. I mean, if you stay healthy.
If Christian Yelich is only like 31 or 32.
Right, but I'm just saying, if you stay healthy, today's athlete, I won't go 80s because they were doing a lot of coke in the 80s, baseball players. So let's not say 80s. I don't even want to go into the 90s, but I think guys that started their careers in the 2000s that have been about working out, eating right, healthy, exercising, doing all that stuff, showing up early, hitting the gym and doing all that stuff. I think those guys, they could play into their mid 40s.
The baseball medicine, I mean, the sports medicine is so good now.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Pujols. He's like 42, 43. He's still hitting the ball good.
Right.
Yeah.
If I was a two-way star player.
I thought Andre was going to say, if I was younger right now.
No, that would have been soccer. No, but if I was a 2-star player and I had to choose between baseball and football.
Oh, easy baseball.
I would have chose baseball because you can play 20, 25 years easily.
Easy.
Where football, you could play 3 seasons and then the 4th season get cracked really bad and your limbs go bad and all of a sudden you're out of the game.
Yeah.
Or let's say you don't get hurt, but you get beat up so bad that after 10 years your career is done.
Yeah.
Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, too, that's a good point you bring up, and it's something that I've known. I've seen a few articles here in the last couple of years about people reporters talking about how kids are choosing football over baseball, and these are kids that can play baseball at a high level, but are choosing the NFL over the baseball. I think that'd be a great thing for us to talk about down the road. I think it'd be a pretty interesting subject. What you guys think is causing that? Is it just the the TV and money. There's big money in baseball too.
But see, I mean, like I said, we can get into it later.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is you go from college straight to the NFL.
Yeah.
There's no minor leagues. Where in baseball, you got to come up through the minor leagues to prove your worth. Then you got to play 5 years for a rookie contract to prove yourself to be good before you get paid.
Yeah, that's true.
So you got to put in about 7 years if you're really good before you're going to get paid.
Of your prime.
And then by then you're 33, 32.
Well,
you're kind of like going downhill in your prime wise.
No, it just all depends because Corey Seager's only 25, and he signed his first major deal in the offseason for $35 million a year.
Yeah.
So,
if you're hot, you're hot.
Right. There's very few there's very few stars or players that can go out of college, play one season in the minors, and then move up to the those don't come every day.
Yeah,
so
I mean, think about it too. Now that I'm kind of thinking about it, do you think every team in Major League Baseball has one superstar on it?
No, I think they have a star.
Not the A's. Bob throws out the A's right away, dude.
Actually, Pittsburgh's got a kid playing third base. His dad played Major League Baseball. His name is Brandon. I'm trying to remember what his dad's last name is. That kid's going to be very, very good.
Yeah.
The problem is Pittsburgh's horrible, and until you get a couple good players around him, he's not going to, he's just going to be a good guy on a bad team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you can be great all you want to, but if you don't have someone behind you who can hit, then they just pitch around you.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think football, you could pretty much say that about every team in football. Every team in football's got a superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah, just about. They got every single one of them, I think, has a superstar.
And what's the reason why is that? Because like Bob was saying, I believe, those names come up more often than not.
Yeah.
So the more they come up, the more of a superstar status they're getting.
Yeah.
And like Bob was saying, this guy from Pittsburgh, if his name is not mentioned all the time, he's never going to be considered a superstar.
Yeah, if he doesn't get at least one highlight on ESPN a week, fucking nobody's going to know who the hell he is.
And that's and that's the sad part because in the Pittsburgh market, I'm sure that's all they talk about is this kid playing third base.
Yeah.
But on a national level, but then again, you need him to be talked about on Major League Baseball, on the Major League Baseball channel, because the ESPN ratings are in the dirt.
Yeah.
But you got to be out in the mainstream because he just signed an extension on his contract. So now I think he's making about $15 million a year playing third base.
That's the whole salary of the Pittsburgh. No, just kidding. That's pretty much.
Yeah, but we can get into that on a different show.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 6 is the Toronto Blue Jays going from 3 to 6. So they went down a little bit. And a team that I think everybody better keep an eye on, the Padres, man. I think people better keep an eye on the Padres. I think Padres are playing good baseball, Bob.
Yeah,
they are without Fernando Tatis at shortstop.
Yeah.
What the Padres did in the offseason was they went out and got more pitching.
Yeah.
They got more pitching. They got Yu Darvish now.
Joe
Every one of their starters is a good pitcher.
Yeah. Martinez and Gore.
If they can stay out of trouble from fighting amongst themselves, because when you fight amongst yourself, that demoralizes the whole team.
Yeah.
When you start saying bad things. So if they can stay away from that, they can be pretty good because they do have some pretty good power hitters.
Yeah, I'm worried as a Giants fan. I know Bob's not concerned being a Dodger fan, but I'm kind of worried about them. Number 8
I'm concerned, but last year the Padres were hot until August, and then the wheels fell off.
Yeah.
Right. That's when they started fighting. Mm-hmm. They started yelling at each other. From then on, it was just downhill. Everything.
Yeah, they were like 21 games over 500. Then they went into that skid and finished under 500.
Under 500, yeah. The Angels in 8th place, ranked from 13 to 8, so they're moving on up. Tampa Bay is number 9, going from 6 down to 9. And at the 10 spot, the Cardinals. Ranked 8 down to 10. So yeah, I mean it's it's only 4 weeks in. 4 weeks in. I'm not worried as a Giants fan. I'm not worried. I think
baseball's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, that's right. It's not what happens in May. It's what happens in
September.
Whatever pretty soon the World Series is going to be 18 months away. So you're gonna have what they should just do is just have like a super week. All the sports play their championships that week. Get it all out. Get it all out and over with. You have the Super Bowl.
Well,
I
think that baseball needs to get their head out of their ass and stop being progressive. Nobody wants to watch baseball in November. Okay.
Yeah.
Especially if you're outdoor back east and you're playing in snow and horrible weather. Okay. It's called.
Turn that over.
Oh, I don't know where that came from. Go ahead.
Leave it alone. Let the World Series end in October.
Yeah.
We don't need 18 teams in the playoffs. We don't.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we don't, Mr. Sharp.
There's no reason for you as a player and as a team to try and win that first place in your division. If 19 teams, 18 teams are going to make the playoffs, you could be the bottom 7th team or the bottom 8th, the 9th, 10th, and still make the playoffs like they do with basketball. Yeah. Basketball is ridiculous.
That was, I mean, as a baseball fan, it was great to see. But as a purist baseball fan, the most stupidest thing I saw was the Giants with 106 wins playing the Dodgers with 105 wins in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't make sense. It really didn't.
But the Dodgers were the wild card because they finished second. But they really need to, if you win your division, the person who has the most wins in the National League is the number one. Then you reseed by how many wins you have.
Mm-hmm. So if the Giants would have took the wild card and the Dodgers would have been the division, they still would have played against each other.
Yes.
So it didn't matter,
Didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
But what they should have done is once the Dodgers won that play-in game, it should have been like the Braves and the Giants, because the Braves had the worst record. So it'd be Braves and Giants, and the Dodgers would have played the Brewers.
Right, and that's what they do in basketball.
That's what they do in hockey too.
Plays the last place team. Second place plays 7th.
Well, because they reseed after the first round. Right. They reseed. But baseball doesn't reseed after the first round.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. If you don't want to have 105 games and you're the wild card team, then you should have won 107.
Yeah, that's it. It's simple math, man. It's simple math.
It's pretty hard to do. I mean, it's easy for us to say, but when you're playing that sport, it's pretty hard to do.
Sure, it is.
We could say, well, they should have won 110, and then it would have been, blah 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 blah. But we're not playing the sport.
When you do the math and you look at Major League Baseball at the end of the season, and you see how many teams actually get to that 100 mark, it's pretty low. It's pretty fucking low.
It's probably only one team, maybe 2 at the most.
Yeah.
This year, I think last year was only 2, the Dodgers and the Giants.
Yeah. But the Braves are like the 88 Dodgers. They had the worst team coming into the playoffs. They won the World Series.
Yeah, come in hot, go out hot. That's what it's all about, especially with the 7-game series. I mean, that's all it takes. And if you get hot at the right time during the playoffs and you roll into the World Series hot, I mean, I don't care if you won 162 games and you could lose to that team that won 72 because they're just hot.
If you're the wild card team or whatever, if you go into that stadium that had the best record, if you can go in there and steal 1 or 2 games, you practically got the series because then the next 3 will be at your place.
Yeah.
If you could steal 1 game from the home team's advantage,
That's every manager, every coach, or any, and yeah, that's the big thing. Even in same thing in basketball. I mean, you could just at least win one at home.
Right.
You know,
win one away.
Away, yeah,
Win one away,
you
and
got
then
an
at home,
opportunity.
you know, you got an opportunity to win 2 or 3, and the series is over.
Yeah,
because you won that one away. Oh,
yeah. Well, we're gonna go into NASCAR. Brandon fell to 13th. He said the restart was just a close race, and Brandon, is that how you say his name? Brandon deserved a hard hit at the rear bumper so close to the end. He slammed me so hard it knocked all the right side off of the car and sent me into the corner. Brandon said, "It's just he's
I don't think his name is Brandon. What's his name? Pull up his card number.
B-Y-R-B. I'm sorry, not Brandon. B-Y-R-O-N. Brian. I don't know how you say it.
Brian.
Right.
No, hold on here.
That's how
I'm gonna pull it up right now here in a second here. So hold on.
Pronounce it as Brian. Brian.
Brian. I don't know how to say it.
No, that doesn't sound right. Hold on here.
It's the number 22 car.
That's Joey Logano.
Yeah,
but he hit the number 24 car.
Yeah.
William Byron.
Byron.
William Byron.
Byron said he's just a moron. He can't win a race, so he does it that way. And I'm going to go ahead and play the little clip here, and we'll see it for ourselves. This is what happens on 580 at 6:00 p.m. on a Friday.
Every day. No, every day.
Oh, God damn it, commercial. Hold on. Damn Xfinity.
But I saw the bump.
You saw the bump?
I saw the bump, too.
Yeah, you saw it? I mean, that's all they give you? It's 5 seconds?
That's it. You saw the bump. That was it.
That was it.
Right there.
Oh.
So your thoughts, Mr. Sharp?
My thoughts?
It's clean.
If you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing. Back in the day, Dale Earnhardt Sr. did worse to that than people. Okay? And I heard some of the comments from Jeff Gordon, who is now affiliated with Hendricks Racing, and I heard some of the comments that William Byron made. The stupidest thing William Byron said was, Joey Logano was going 10 miles an hour faster than he should have been. Yeah. Bullshit. You're trying to win a race, pedal to the metal. If you're the guy in front, you need to. If he would have.
You got to expect this coming, right? You have to expect this coming.
Yeah. So if he would have dipped down to the bottom, right, and had a little shorter track there, he'd have been fine. But no, it's this new generation coming up that feels like they're entitled. No, you do anything to win the race within the legal limits. He did nothing wrong bumping him from behind.
All right, I question, because I'm like Andre, don't know a lot about NASCAR, but I do know a lot about physics. And I know that hitting a person in a certain spot on a bumper causes a car to do a certain thing. We all know this. So do you think it's his intent to get him to go into the wall, or is he bumping? Yeah. So, okay, there you go.
Well, but here's the point, though. Here's the point. He hit him pretty evenly in the middle of the car to bump so he would go up a little bit, not a lot.
Yeah.
If you wanted to take him out, you hit him either in the middle of the left side or the middle of the right side of the car. If you come down lower and hit him off his left quarter panel, you're going to spin him. But the problem is in that spin, you might get hit too. So hitting him directly from behind and moving him out of the way a little bit.
All right, here we go. No, he hits him. No, he hits him bottom left-hand side, bud. His intent. I'm going to pull it back up because I got a better video this time.
Go back.
He hit him bottom left-hand side.
No, he didn't hit him that hard bottom left. Right here. Okay, you see there? That wasn't that bad. He went lower, hit his front out.
Yeah.
He actually didn't catch bumper with bumper. Like if he would have, Bob was saying, he didn't hit him completely the bottom lower left front, because then his right side would have had to hit him down there, and it didn't look like it. It did look like it was kind of like a middle hit. He didn't catch him, but he did force him to bump and spin a little.
Sure, he did.
To bump off the wall. Now, for me, I would take that as you did something wrong. Technically, you shouldn't do that to win. You should just outrace the guy. But I know in races,
they do it all the time.
Right? You can do you do what you have to do to win. But when you do something like that, we're going back to cheating. The way I would see it.
That's not cheating.
It's not cheating, though. Yeah, it's not cheating in racing.
But Andre, you know it's coming.
Right.
You know it's coming, and to say, well, the guy behind me is going way too fast, basically tells the world you want him to slow down so you can win the race.
Right. That's wrong. That's
crap.
wrong.
Ricky Bobby said it best.
Ricky Bobby.
Okay? You ain't first, you're last.
Right. Yeah, no, here we go.
I see nothing wrong with it. I see nothing wrong with that. I have seen worse. I have seen worse in NASCAR than that.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, as a driver in the front, you have to assume that's coming. I mean, especially here you go. Here's a better shot of it. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
So he hit him bottom left, Bob. He's not squared up.
Well, no, he's hit him bottom left, but it looks like
if he would have hit him lower bottom left, he would have spun him.
He would have spun him.
Hit him that bad lower left.
Okay.
But it also looks like he's hitting him with the center of his car.
Right, he's hitting with the center of his car.
Which is the left hand.
Right.
Which is the left hand corner. But I would have thought he would have hit him with the right corner of his car.
Yeah. Because the way he hit him is going to push him to the right.
Right.
It's not going to push him to the left. The way where he hit him, his intention was to take him into the wall. That's the only intent you have hitting him in that location.
No, he hit him to get him out of the way.
Out of the way, right.
Now, okay, when he saw him coming up, okay, he could have moved closer to the wall to avoid that, or he could have went closer to the infield, okay? But he wanted to keep his line that he had.
Right.
But to say that he was coming up too fast, he was driving too fast, is idiotic, because how come you're not driving that fast to win?
Right.
The world isn't gonna slow down for you just so you can win a race.
Right.
You're not entitled to win the race.
Right.
You're not entitled.
Yeah.
But if he would have moved either way, whether if he would have moved down low or up towards the wall, he would have got past.
Mm-hmm. Well, not necessarily though. You don't know because if he moves lower, it's a shorter distance
turn,
to the finish line to go lower. And then, but if he does have it up on the top, then maybe you should have ran against the wall to where he couldn't have done that.
Right. Yeah. You take the slingshot. You're talking about it. It's all aerodynamics. I mean, he's got the draft.
Shake and bake.
Yeah. Shake and bake. It's slingshot time. It's slingshot.
All you have to do is break the draft. Get out of his way. Break the draft. His car's going to slow down because now he has wind resistance.
Yeah, he has the
wind. The reason
wind.
why Joey Logano could come up on him was he had no wind resistance because he was in the draft of William Byron's car. Yeah. Break the draft.
Yeah. I'm going to start doing that on the freeway now. Start bumping people out of my way. Take them into the guardrail.
No, seriously, I saw Jeff Gordon. I saw all these other guys talking about it because, well, that was wrong. You shouldn't do that. Jeff Gordon has done worse to people.
Yeah, I've seen worse from him.
To say he shouldn't have done that. Look, you can go back. There was a race. It was in Phoenix. Jeff Gordon deliberately took out Clint Boyer, so Boyer couldn't win the race. And when the cars, after the wreck, Boyer ran over and they were fighting.
There was a fight,
Didn't they punch each other out?
Yeah, Jeff Gordon hid under a toolbox and ran to his trailer. Yeah. Boyer followed him, okay?
I remember that.
For Jeff Gordon to say, well, you shouldn't be doing that. There's no room in racing. Shut up, you hypocritical bastard. Because that's what you did.
I got to give it to the driver at 24, though. He kept the car in control. I mean, he could have took that into the wall and caused a whole lot more damage.
Right.
But did he end up
you
coming in second? I didn't
give,
check.
But you also got to give credit to Joey Logano. He could have hit him worse, put him in the wall harder where he couldn't rebound it. He gave me a friendly little safe bump to get him out of the way.
Yeah,
it's
he
not
just
like
wanted to move him out of the way.
He wanted to, because basically if he would have came down lower on the quarter panel, that's like doing a pit maneuver like the cops do. And he didn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I didn't check to see, did he come in second still, or did he get bumped right out of it?
He came in 13th, he hit the wall, and guys passed him.
It passed him up, Well, that's life. That's life on the racetrack, Andre. And 580, 99.
Speaking of life on the racetrack, did you guys see the Kentucky Derby and the 81 long shot horse that won?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Red Stripe? Red Stripe?
Yeah, Rick Stripe or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I watched the replay and you listen to the announcer and you're watching the whole race and they never say this horse's name once.
No.
Until the last eighth of a mile. Then it's like, oh, Rick Stripe coming up on the inside. And I'm like, dude, 80 to 1.
80 to 1, man.
$10, you got 800?
Yeah. Did you see the little clip they had of the celebrities picking names out of the hat? Did you see that? They have a little clip of Bobby Flay, and they're picking names out of the hats for like a bet, and Bobby pulls that horse out and goes, yeah, like this horse is going to win. Like,
I would have loved to see him go back and interview Bobby Flay after the race.
They should have. I looked. I was like, they should have actually. Somebody should have went and because he pulls it out and he looks at it. He goes, Red Stripe. Yeah, like this horse has got a chance to win today. And I was like,
and I think wasn't he like a last minute fill-in?
Yeah,
dude, that horse.
As of Friday morning, he was not in the race.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that horse literally came from fucking nowhere.
I think he started in the 20th position, moved to 17th, and then from then on he just went crazy. And did you hear what the owners, what the owner did? Whoever owns the owner,
studded that fucker. He studded
it. No, the thing is that owner that owns that horse.
Yeah,
he bought that horse. Not on an auction, but something similar to that, where if you have a horse and you race him a couple of times, then you could put him like on an auction block or something like that.
Yeah.
And someone can come and pick him up, claim him. If not, then he goes back to you.
Yeah.
But somebody claimed that horse for $30,000.
Now a drop of that sperm from that horse is worth $30,000.
He won $1.8 million.
Yeah.
For winning that race. Now,
the thing is too that I've watched that thing so many times, and what that jockey had to do, the maneuvering that he had to do to get himself into position just to even win is freaking crazy. Because he was in and out. There was a section where he was like in between two horses and trying to jockey through them and then get around them and get around another. I was like, dude, you gotta be freaking kidding me, man.
Yeah, he had a jog, like when he was in 17th place, he was like in the middle of a 5 or 6 horse pack.
Yeah.
And then he had to split, like you said, he had to split the two, you had to split them to go into first.
Yeah, it was insane. It was insane. I forgot. I should have brought that up today in our show. But yeah, that was shocker. But that little clip with Bobby Flay though, that was hilarious, dude. They're all picking and everyone's excited because they got a good horse, and then you see him put his hand in the hat and pull out that name, and he goes like this horse has got a shot.
I wonder how much each celebrity put into that pool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, I would love to see the look on Bobby Flay's face. After the race when he's collecting all that money. And Bobby Flay's like, I knew it all the time. I knew it all the time.
I knew it all the time, man.
I had a feeling.
I had a feeling.
Here you go. I got it right here for you guys. Hold on. I'll play it for you guys. It's hilarious. All right. Share screen. Share audio. Let me make sure it's at the beginning here.
Which strike?
Who's the chick next to him?
To the inside, it's a wild finish in the Kentucky Derby, and on the wire, Rich Strike does it! Wow!
They don't show Bobby Flay's face, but he's like this horse has got a shot to win today. That's what he said.
I did see that on the news because I remember the lady with the hat.
Yeah.
And I think there was like another 2 or 3 ladies with hats like that.
Yeah.
And that's what I remember. So I think I did see that, but I just didn't recognize
Yeah.
the Flay.
Yeah, like it's just his expression on his face. It's just like, oh man, fuck! Like this horse has got a shot to win today.
He turned his whole body, closed his eyes, turned his whole body,
Yeah,
and then came out and said,
I'm with Bob. I'm curious how much that went into pool for that thing. I'm sure there was some big money into that freaking. It was probably who knows, who knows. And before we go, I think it's kind of cool. You know, I always forget it happens this time of the year, but I think it's cool how that it's all pageantry and the way, you know, it's a big freaking deal. And I mean, not for normal us and, you know, but you know, they're even like, I have friends that live there. They don't even go to the race, but they all dress up like that. The women for parties at the house, you know, with the hats and it's pretty cool.
Marine,
I mean, you know,
Marine just had a 100th birthday party for some old lady that's in the Lincoln Hills Women's Club or whatever.
Yeah.
And she just turned 100 today, so they had the party for her. And there were 2 ladies that came to help Marine set up all the stuff.
Come here.
And one of the ladies was telling, she owns 8 acres.
Hold on.
She told me that she bought a horse.
Pop it. Come here.
To do jumping, you know, to do like jumps.
Yeah.
Well, then that built out, and then she used them for racing. And, you know, she did a couple of races, but she was saying that, at the party that we had, everybody comes up and, you know, we all dress up. And
yeah, it's
we
cool.
didn't think about the race. We just chatter. And I'm going, she goes, did you watch the race, Andre? I go, no, because I really don't want to sit there for 4 hours and watch everybody all do all this shit when the race itself, when it takes 2 minutes.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that they go that far. Go that far for that event. It really make it something important. All right, man, we are out of here. Thank you, Mr. Sharp, and thank you, Mr. Andre, and we will see everybody next week.
So we're not going to talk about the Warriors and
no, not
all this controversy that's going on.
I'll talk to you about that later. Maybe we'll do something together real quick, Andre. All right.
Guys.
See you guys.
See you guys later.
All right. Bye-bye.